Republican Senator Ted Cruz on Monday decided to attack CNN reporter Clarissa Ward, who, by the way, is currently in Kabul, Afghanistan, covering the Taliban takeover and the refugees trying to flee the country. She is right there in the heart of it. And Ted Cruz, instead of recognizing that this embedded journalist is out there doing dangerous work, decided to attack her on social media, calling her, quote, a Taliban cheerleader. A Taliban cheerleader because she's over there doing her job. Apparently, this pissed off the people at CNN. And CNN's PR department tweeted this out to Ted Cruz. Rather than running off to Cancun in tough times, Clarissa Ward is risking her life to tell the world what's happening. That's called bravery. Instead of RTing a conspiracy theorist misleading soundbite, perhaps your time would be better spent helping Americans in harm's way. And it doesn't end there. Then you have CNN's Andrew Kaczynski, who said, low-class tweet about a colleague who has put her life on the line throughout the conflict to bring people news, and takes her out of context to boot and maliciously accuses her of cheerleading for the Taliban. Just like I said when talking about Lauren Boebert in a segment earlier today, Republicans, this is what you are now. This is who you are. Ted Cruz, this was a disgusting, and as Kaczynski pointed out, low-class move. Clarissa Ward is doing what too few journalists are willing to do today, and that is actually go overseas where the danger is, where the threat is, to be able to accurately report the story. Typically not something we see too much from on CNN, to be honest with you. Corporate news outlets kind of stopped doing real news decades ago. So I applaud CNN for actually doing this, and I certainly applaud Clarissa Ward for going over there and, as they said, putting herself in harm's way to be able to accurately tell the story. Something Ted Cruz would never do. As they mentioned, right? He fled Cancun. Got a little too cold for him. So he flies down to Cancun, then gets busted doing it, has to fly back, and then comes back and ends up blaming his daughters. Oh, they wanted me to go so bad I couldn't disappoint their little hearts. Trust me, Ted, literally nobody on this planet ever wants to travel out of the country with you. Especially considering some of the disgusting things you say about other human beings on this planet just because you think it's going to score you a few cheap political points. Luckily, most of Ted Cruz's followers on Twitter are people who just absolutely can't stand the guy and are waiting there to smack him down every time he makes comments like these, which is pretty much what happened yesterday. But Ted Cruz isn't going to stop. Ted Cruz has realized that he can thrive on outrage alone, and so he's going to continue with this kind of behavior. This is just the slow and steady descent of Ted Cruz. He is no longer the policy wonk, moderate Republican that he used to try to be. No. He's trying to be Trump Jr. Trump Jr., I guess, at this point. And it's not working out so well for him because every time he tries to get even worse, he ends up just looking like a bigger scumbag, which is exactly what he is. If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Fair and Balanced.